Vinny Caravella.
Austin, what's up?
Do you even drift?
Not anymore.
You used to drift.
I used to drift hard.
What if I told you it was possible now to drift a little more lightly?
Like on the hyperlight?
On the hyperlight.
Yeah, I could be down with that. I got kids.
We on that hyperlight beam. You got kids now, that's good, because you got to leave them something behind. And
Okay.
It's going to be your corpse, because this game is really tough.
Okay, my corpse. Okay.
And then they're going to find that corpse and learn something, maybe take a sword. This is a weird game. I'm going to start a new game.
Okay.
I'm going to start a new game. This game has a real sense of style.
Well, what is it?
It's called Hyperlight Drifter.
Okay.
I've seen some comparisons to certain games.
Okay.
Like Dark Souls.
Okay.
I actually don't think those comparisons are super accurate.
Okay. You think that's a little outlandish?
I actually do. I actually think
Okay.
that's kind of missing some key differences. But it's an action game. It's a top-down action game in the vein of some 16-bit action games. But I'm gonna start a new game here, and then I'm gonna hop into a later save to show some mid-game stuff.
Sure. You're on Steam.
I'm on Steam.
This is like $20, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Cold on Steam. I think there's a sale.
Austin L. That's what I meant to type in.
Austin Light Drifter.
Yep. The intro to this game is fantastic.
Yeah,
So,
I really liked it. It's got a good flavor. And it's also pretty opaque in terms of like what's going on with the story.
Yeah.
Now, you finished it.
I did. I finished it at home, and I have like some theories about a lot of the
Okay, but
the
it didn't
game
like
story.
exposition dump on you.
No, it has some light Fez elements in that like there are stuff hidden in the world that when you find it, you're
It's
like,
cryptic.
what am I seeing with this? And the fan community has done a pretty good job of putting some of that together.
Okay. And again,
But I like to bask in the kind of tone of this game. I really think it's like an exceptionally lonely game.
Sure.
Given that it's also just like a badass action game. That's an interesting kind of composition. It has lots of like mid to late 80s anime flair.
Sure. Some Titans in the back.
Yeah, or and also some like mid-century sci-fi flair of just like, what is this big weird world? What are these weird alien-y races on it?
What are these corpses?
What are these corpses?
What are you doing here?
Where did I come
Are you
from?
standing in blood? Sure.
Maybe.
And then he's like,
Or is this blood?
oh no, he's got the green lung.
Yeah. The old dollar flu. It's taking our boy Hyperlight. Some of it reminds me of like the Boss Rankin like Lord of the Rings or Hobbit cartoon.
Okay.
Some of the stuff with like the light in the light sword and stuff like that.
Oh
is really good.
jeez.
Hey, giant titans. Hey, corpses of giant titans.
I mean, you're just a man flipping the freak out.
Maybe. Am I going through time? Am I going through space?
You're hyperlight drifting. But it's a great intro.
It's a pretty good intro.
And he doesn't know what's going on.
So this came through Kickstarter, and there's actually now there's a jackal here with a weird diamond around its head.
You will understand. You won't need swords.
Where you're going, all you need is these big columns.
Just don't stand 2 paces to the front, though. That would have been bad.
That would have been really rough for you,
Take
actually.
this elevator. I'm gonna go.
You can follow me if you want.
This is my stop. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have never followed the jackal.
Never follow it. Or hey, is the jackal me, or is the jackal something else? Is it this
I
weird
want
goop?
it!
If only I can reach the hyperlight.
Oh, nuts.
It has kind of a creepy vibe sometimes. Like, again, despite the fact that, as you'll see in a second, it's this intense action game where I'm just like killing enemies left and right. There are lots of moments of like, ooh, this seems rough for this character. So this is me.
Yep.
Running around a little bit with a sword. I have I was gonna dash, but I can't because whenever I try to dash here, I guess not whenever, but every once in a while, instead of dashing, I just start coughing up blood in this little intro area.
And you got a little Robo Buddy.
I got a Robo Buddy, a mag. It's following me around here.
Coffee cup.
Yep. I can A to dash, X to. I'm playing with a controller. They recommend playing with a controller. I'm playing an Xbox One controller. X to attack, A to dash, Y just kind of brings up the HUD and interacts with the world. So like this health item, I can take that. What else do I have here? Heal with LB, kind of inject myself with that junk.
Use one of those things you just picked up.
Yep, exactly. It's weird because I'm playing with the beginning of the game without any of my late game stuff here. So and you hit Y to like interact with stuff like this too. Like, oh, here's a weird elevator I'll go down.
Why not?
It seems safe.
So I played a decent amount, not a ton.
Sure.
I really like all the wrappings of this game, and the combat's not bad itself. I found some of the controls to be a little, at least in the couple of hours I played, I was still trying to get used to them and feel good at fighting, because it's a lot of style, and you want to feel like a badass when you're doing stuff. You want to feel
great, and you spend a lot of time maybe not feeling great.
Yeah, like flubbing stuff.
The other thing is, you'll see that I'm like checking all these weird corners.
Yeah.
Because this game hides a lot of stuff.
And you'll probably get to it in a second. I'll just beat you to the jump here, but there's your gun.
There's my gun.
The upgrades are slow. Like you have to work for getting upgrades.
And that's one of the ways in which I think it is not very much like Dark Souls at all. In that this is a game that does not have any grinding in it. There's no way to really say like, I'm gonna keep repeating this area and saving up experience or currency to get better. There's a limited amount of points in the world that you can spend on upgrades.
Yeah, and a lot of them are kind of hidden.
Most of them are hidden.
Yeah, like the Dark Souls stuff just doesn't, I'm just going to dismiss it. For me, it just doesn't hold water.
I get where it comes from in that, it's a difficult action game, but
like
that's
any
such
difficult
bad
action.
shorthand.
Yeah, like there are plenty of other difficult action games.
So things like this, maybe this could have been clearer even, that like, oh look, there's lights here that are leading you off screen where the camera will turn. That is so important to understand about this game, that there is stuff that is not on camera for you to go do, often in the kind of periphery of the map.
And I think you pick up on the language of the game as you play.
Totally.
The other thing that I would only grant the Dark Souls comparison to, and again, I don't think it's legitimate, is you will not do very well if you mash.
Totally.
There's a timing and a cadence to a lot of the combat that you need to pick up, which, again, I don't think Dark Souls is the touchstone for that particular thing, but I can see people being like...
And the opacity of some of the storytelling, and like the grandness of some of the vistas, right? Like, I get it, this is kind of a Dark Souls moment. And like, I've come across at this point, I've come across over the hill and seen a city in the distance, and I don't really know what's going on there.
See that city?
You can go to that city. Actually, I don't know if
I don't know if you can go to that city.
If I do ever go to that city.
But aside from all that, the kind of exploring the world, I really enjoyed, and to me, it almost had more of a Zelda vibe.
Definitely. Mostly, I just want to be able to stand on its own a little bit and say, "Oh, this is Hyper Light Drifter. It's a really cool action game that has this very specific vibe," without having to break it down to people and say.
But there's exploration in it for sure. There is a bit, I would say, of kind of unlocking areas. Like you don't necessarily get the boomerang or the raft to get to something, at least in what I've played, but you do unlock paths that are like, oh, now I can get to this area more quickly.
There are a couple of things like that.
Yeah, that
with
you use.
A certain upgrade that you'll see that I have in a second with this like multiple dash towards the end of the game, that you really need to have that to get through some stuff.
Oh, you know what? I got a different gun and I was able to unlock a different area, and I can't remember what. There was you do so you can find different guns. You're going to load up a save in a second.
Yeah.
I found like a sniper rifle.
Yes.
That was able to trigger a pillar that was only triggerable by a sniper rifle.
Really?
Yeah. I forget.
Your pistol couldn't do it?
No.
You just couldn't get the shot? Or
it didn't let me. And that, I think, gated the area to be like, well, at least we know you have a sniper rifle, so we can throw particular enemies at you.
So this is like your home base. It's just kind of an apartment
break
here.
That mirror.
I can totally break that mirror.
Yep. You're angry.
We're map now. Here is the game world. Right away, let me do a zoom out on it, actually. This. All right, so here's the whole game world. There are 4 regions, north, south, east, and west. You can kind of tackle them, not in any order, but I think you can go north or east first. You might be able to go west first.
I've done north and east, and then when I say done, as far as beating the boss that was there.
Right, there's a boss there. There's lots of collectibles in each of those. Here's your status screen. There's little empty boxes around your character. There are the upgrades, and there are a bunch of different gun slots. I've only ever found 3 guns. I know there are 6, and I've beaten this game, so there's lots of secrets again.
What is this?
So that is telling you that there are, I'll pull that back up, that there are, do you see that little triangle piece?
Yeah.
There are at least, you need at least 4 of those triangle pieces from each of those zones that will then fill in this kind of diamond piece, which will then let you move into the end of the game.
Okay.
Basically. In a sense, that's kind of like that's your big objective, more than beating the boss. Or I guess there's a little bit more to it than that too. There are these teleport plates, which you can now teleport back there whenever you want.
And it should be noted from wherever you are. You don't have to be on a teleport plate.
Warp here at any time using the map. And here's this like nice, cool little village of people, and also this weird crow. Lots of animals in this game, just kind of hanging out.
Hey, go interact with some of these people because I like their voices.
I also like these little drawings of different drifters. So in the Kickstarter thing, they kind of said like, oh, in this world there are drifters that go off and dig up past a technology from a past, pre-disaster civilization. And so you kind of get these little narratives from people on like what the world is. I don't think, there we go. That's a good sound.
And they all kind of have that like weird barky.
Yeah. You don't have anything for me, or you just talk? No? Oh, yeah, you do. No? It's very quiet. There are these little stores that have upgrades, like this is like a health upgrade station, or if I brought them the currency, they would be able to upgrade my stuff. But let's maybe hop into my game now.
Sure. Why don't you go east a little bit, because I really like that area.
Me too. I also figured out what these blocks mean.
Okay, good. Maybe you don't even give it away.
Off here, but I'll tell you later what those mean. So the thing I really do like here too is it's just like the way the maps really organically go from that center district in terms of style. You can kind of see the outskirts of that city with the broken down buildings, and even the color scheme is still like kind of on the same basic setup. And as you go further away, it actually becomes more and more unique.
Sure, you got a transition.
I saw, Can't make that jump? Yeah, I can. Okay, so these are the currency that you get to upgrade. Most of the time you find them like, oh, I missed that jump. One at, oh boy. Okay, maybe I can do it from up here. There we go. Most of the time you find those one at a time, and you need 4 to equal a single piece of spendable currency. And almost nothing is only 1 piece of spendable currency.
Yeah, the ones I found are like usually minimum of 3.
Yeah, there's a couple that are 2. Like you can upgrade the capacity in your guns for about 2, I think. Okay. But that's about it.
Watch out for that.
Yeah. This is an explodey thing that will explode in my face. I'm just going to stay away from that.
You shoot it?
I could shoot it. Here's another big thing in terms of mechanics is, you see I have in the top left 4 bullets in this gun. That returns as I hit things with my sword, as I fall down holes. There we go. So like there, I've gone up to another 4, and now I'm maxed out. And a lot of the more difficult combat challenges in this game are about managing that, or at least that's like the way I solved them, was about making sure I had as much ammo as I could have at any given point. So you see in the top left too, there's the I have 3 med packs.
You're full
That's
up.
the most I can have. So if I take this, it's just gonna heal me immediately.
And that's super nice. It saves a couple of button presses from having to use one and then collect it. I like that. There's some nice, friendly design choices. Being able to warp back from anywhere, being able to just refill your health with that kit. I really like this area because of the, what do we call the in-game storytelling?
Environmental storytelling?
It's environmental storytelling of what's going on in this area.
The as Steve Gaynor of Gone Home calls it, the forensic storytelling.
Sure. Yeah.
Kind of piecing things together like it's a crime scene.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's necessarily relevant to the main storyline, just this little area has some cool bits going on.
Yeah. So often when you wander into one of these new places, you come across someone like this.
Right.
Who is like, man, there's some shit in here. Look at this. I'm telling you, I'm trying to describe this big frog thing to you, maybe? And he's like, okay, where is that? Let's go. It's over there.
If you can get there, you do what you need to do.
Good luck, man.
I'm going back.
Yeah, I got my old technology. I'm moving on.
So this whole environment,
Oh my God.
where there are a lot of different races in this world, and it seems like these crazy frogs are just butchering all the cat people.
Yep.
And you meet cat people throughout the game.
Throughout the game, but like, boy.
Oh man, just like basically skinning them, and like you come across in this area just like corpses up on poles that are this is obviously their temple.
There was a cat temple originally. Yeah. That's really cool.
And you just find like the remains and skinned remains of these cat people here, and it's pretty dark.
Yeah. And that kind of continues through the game, I'll say, too.
And also this
I don't think
awesome hand of
holding a giant sword.
Yeah. Like there's some great stuff in this environment. I've done the north, I've did this area, and I started venturing west, so I don't know if that keeps up throughout.
Yeah. I'll probably end up heading west when we switch over to my later game thing. So you can see a little bit of that. Sometimes there's these little floor switches that do special things. I bet that would have pulled the elevator up,
yeah.
right?
And when I've played, most of the time the enemies won't respawn unless you went pretty far away and then kind of like reloaded back in.
Yeah, either you reload or a quick travel, I think. If you go back to one of those points, but they don't regain anything that they drop. So if you get sick again.
Right. So if you got a chit or a upgrade currency,
you're not going to get more of that. Yeah. It's interesting because I came here originally with my upgrades, with more upgrades than I have now. All right. So, two things. One, this here is like the big thing that you're trying to get.
And it seems like you don't necessarily have to get them all to get to the boss, but they will gate the door to the boss usually with a certain number of these.
Yeah, totally. So this is the first one. Is going back over and saying, "Oh, hey, look,
this is what this does.
Hey, you got one of these lights. You need this many. I think it's 16." The other thing there is I'm really curious if that was a thing I could have looted. That guy's sword there somehow.
Which guy?
There was a guy here who had a very similar sword to mine, but red. And I've seen. One of the things you can unlock is other weapons and costumes. Just find them in the world. I found a couple in my first playthrough, but there was like, if you look at like the closet filled with them, there's a lot. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't shoot over there. There's a lot to unlock, and so I keep thinking like, oh man, I must have missed some good stuff while playing.
Well, like you said earlier, I went back and I'd done some business, and then I was like, I really want to find. I'm having a tough time finding like the fourth triangle piece, right?
Right.
And while I was looking for it, found tens of hidden rooms, like just littered with like little hidden places.
Whether that was with currency or those
health
extra triangle pieces, or Oh, the music is really good too.
Well, like you said, I think the music really adds to that. Like you're alone out here.
Yeah. Good luck,
You don't really know what's going on. So that door to the lower right
is like you need 3 of those triangle pieces.
Right.
I can't, of course, hop down there right now because clearly these are too high for me to jump over.
So how do you feel about the aiming with the gun? It took me a long time to get used to. You basically, hold down the left trigger.
Hold down the left trigger to aim. I got very good at just being like, I need to shoot down there, I'm going to face down there.
Okay.
That's how I ended up playing most of the game.
So you hold down left trigger and then it's left stick to aim it around.
Yeah. But again, I didn't do that very often. With rare exception. Like when I had the sniper rifle and I needed to
when you had time to take a shot.
To do it, but even during like very hectic boss fights, I would get very good at just being like, oh, he's up there, boom.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're just not quick enough. I will say that this coughing doesn't ever happen in combat, really. So it's not. It's mostly again just to be like, oh, here is a thing that's happening to you.
This is not malaria.
Yeah, this is not Far Cry 2 malaria situation.
I think south.
I was just checking for secrets, man. You know. Oh, in fact, is this up here? No. Okay.
But that is
the sort of thing that you'll see. Yeah. And again, over here. No, okay. But again, very easily could have been. All right, let's hop down this way, and then
I think you're going to be in a
go into
combat
a little
dungeon.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, maybe switch over to your other one to
Sounds
show
good.
off some other stuff. I really have enjoyed what I've had so far. Like I said, I'm still even a couple of hours in. And the game is not super easy, but I've gotten some upgrades which really help out. The upgrades feel really meaningful.
Yes.
And they, like I said, they are kind of doled out slowly.
And you cannot get all of them.
Oh, is that right?
Not, well, maybe you could.
Not easily.
But it's not easy.
Because of the scarcity of that currency?
Correct, yeah. Oh, bad. Oh, I keep trying to do a thing that I can't do with this without the upgrade for it yet. There we go. And each area obviously has its own set of enemy types, and you kind of learn those and learn their attack patterns. I wonder if there's anything. So I'll take. I'm going to save that there.
Okay. Uh-oh.
That's fine.
Well, you might
Because
as well
again,
take it
I wanted to save it to make sure. I want to check to see if there was anything down to the south. So there's an upgrade thing right there, or a triangle piece I'm going to go get. So it's going to be wrapped around this way.
Uh-oh.
Oop. Yeah, it blew up bad there.
Right, and like you very quickly, and this
Oop,
maybe
right.
this is a little more Dark Souls thing, if we're still doing that, is you very quickly learn how many hits each thing takes.
Right.
Like, okay, I can jump in there, how many hits do I have to get for that guy?
Right. Can I get in my full 3-hit combo to get a kill before it can counterattack me?
Because in
bad.
any given area, you know, what would you say, maybe like 4 or 5 enemy types, kind of?
Yeah. With some of those guys that I just fought, they appear throughout.
The guys with the guns.
Yeah. Which is definitely a choice. I will say that this game ends up having a pretty consistent understanding of why it has the enemy types where it has. Like you talked about the kind of frog people here skinning the cat guys. Like
right, there's narrative reason.
It's aware why those people are here. It's aware why the guys with guns are here.
Okay.
Which is part of why I like this game a bunch. All right, let's hop back over to. I like this a lot. Less than a minute since the last
Every
save.
game should have it.
Every game should have it.
Yep. Unless you're gonna let me hard save.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
If you're a quick save game.
Tell me how long, if that thing I just picked up is gonna be in my next save.
I will say we are an incredible edge case for this mattering maybe, but it was a real pain to get my saves onto this machine at work. The saves are encrypted and locked to your home machine by default.
Right.
It's not a hard process to get them transferred.
And you're playing on Steam, but there's no cloud.
There's no cloud save. So I had to copy it, send myself the save file, and then go in with a text editor and make sure that there's like kind of an opening string of characters of the save in the text editor that was the same on a different save here.
Tied to your account.
Tied to my account. Right. Not just to my account, but to this computer.
And to the profile, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think I could send you my saves either. I don't know.
Unless I probably made, maybe if I made a save slot called Austin.
Right.
And,
right.
Yeah,
Totally. So okay, I'm a little bit further in now. I have a bunch of different upgrades that I didn't have in the others.
Yeah, why don't you go to the upgrade shop and you can kind of see where you bought them from.
Show some stuff. So here's the biggest one, is chaining those jumps together.
So I bought this and then didn't quite understand what it was until I started seeing that you get a new bar.
So this is what it tells you. It's like,
so I thought it was a jump when I bought it.
You could jump over blocks that you
I was
could
like,
get over.
oh great, I can jump over blocks.
Totally, I could see that. I also have this one, which lets you dash through bullets, but only when they're really close to you.
Okay.
Like, do you see how he waits for a second for it to get close? You need to do that. And then this is like a charge attack. What's kind of weird is there's another charge attack that also uses A and X from a different shop.
Yeah.
That is like, I just did it. It slashes through things instead of poking at them.
Right.
And it's a slightly different thing. So there's this area.
Yeah. So the counter at the bottom there, you've done it 101 times. It's how many times can you chain together? So when I did this, I did about 101 also, because at 100, if you see in the upper left there, Austin's unlocked. There was a closed door there, and he got that room. I did this with a mouse and keyboard. It was a little easier.
Yeah, so did I, but this is actually the best run I've ever done on a controller. You can tell that I played a lot at the wall.
And you're now charging in the middle of the screen there a meter. And I think it's like if you get to like 600 or something like that.
It might be 600 or 800. It would open this one up, and I'm pretty sure that's a new costume.
Yeah, usually when it's got the like dude with the goo coming off of him, it's some kind of weapon or
I
something.
wonder if it's a different gun. That'd be pretty good.
Anyway, that's pretty tough.
Yeah. But you get it. I now just go everywhere like this.
Oh,
it's
sure.
really hard not to.
And the timing, it takes a while. You can't just jam on it.
Totally.
So this is the combat upgrades, right?
Yeah, so this is the sword upgrades. This is ended up getting this in my main game, which is like a really strong, powerful charge attack. I haven't gotten this yet. Has this been good for you?
Oh, it's like the best thing.
Maybe I'll pick that up. And I have this, which is the one where you charge through guys and then like does 2 damage to each of them.
So maybe just buy that reflector.
All right, sounds good.
Why don't you buy that and then head back over to
where we just were?
The frogs and try fighting them now with your thing.
Good.
You know, you said you can upgrade guns and stuff, right?
Oh, totally.
I never.
Right
okay,
here.
I never did this.
In here, it's just 2 for these. So I have 3 guns now. I have the pistol, I have this shotgun, and I have that sniper rifle you were talking about.
Okay, so I basically have the same gun set you do at this point.
And upgrading gives you extra ammo on each of these, which is clutch.
For 2, do you get the extra 2 shots?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll get that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so I ended up leaning really heavily on that shotgun for some of the boss fights in this game. And then the other one is this thing, which is also super useful. It's like a grenade.
Oh.
And that charges separately. So you see in the top left next to my
you got
health
a
and stuff,
tick
there's a
under
little... so far, I don't think you can upgrade that more, but it's really useful.
So this isn't your end game save. This is
my mid-game save. Yeah, so if I pop over to the map really quick, go back to that in a second. Zoom out here. I beat the bosses in the north and the east.
Yeah, and you started in the west a little bit.
I started a little. I got to the warp point at least. But yeah, let me.
So probably my biggest complaint about this game that is not something that's like super intentional, because like it feels like the combat's very intentional. Is I didn't find the map to be all that great and useful, and we'll see when you get over to the area. It's because it shows the map and your location by kind of screen instead of exactly where you are.
So for instance, I'm here now.
So like walk off that plate and now pull the map up.
It still shows me on the plate, even though I'm probably like here. Like again, it will show you where you are with that white mark.
Does it always? I thought it just puts it in the center. Like,
well, I guess now I'm on a different screen, but
yeah, now you're on a different.
Yeah, you're right, because like I am actually up here, but it's
And that can be kind of tough if you're trying to locate something.
So for instance, like these little marks here are the ones that are the would have been the pink or crystals that I got, and it's kind of like, well, how the hell do I get over there? Okay.
And you're switching levels now.
Right, I can go underground to like the dungeon level, and what you kind of end up doing is like, okay, I see. If I can get down here somewhere, I can go underground and then work my way over there through this pathway. But where am I supposed to do? Where is that here? You know, it's
so
not
like you
always
end
super
up
clear.
switching underground to see where the elevators are.
Exactly.
But yeah, for the most part, it was mostly like, oh, okay, I just kind of have to trace my steps from intuit from the layout of the map where I am.
Right. Like, so all of that was tough where, oh, sorry, I see some money I should go get, where I thought like, oh, I thought I was already at the bottom of this thing a few seconds ago, but actually I had to go all the way around to get to the end. Can I not make that jump? That's not what I wanted to do anyway. There's money down there, do you see it?
Can you walk around it? Like, is there a hidden edge?
Is there a hidden,
No.
Yeah, sometimes there will be like, can I land on that pad? No. Oh, I see, it's around the other way.
And sometimes there are switches you'll hit that'll bring up other pads.
Totally.
Sometimes there are just hidden pads. There's one area here that just had hidden walkways.
Oh, really? Just like invisible?
Just invisible.
Yeah.
They flashed up for a second, then disappeared. And there's
God, that cat.
Two of them. Some dark stuff happens here.
Really good. I should probably heal, but I'll push my luck. No, I won't.
Okay, yeah.
I changed my mind.
Also, when you expire, it usually just puts you back another screen or so.
Yeah, it's a pretty good save point. Oh. So B to switch weapons. So now I have that shotgun. I will use that pretty much all the time because up close it's just such good damage. So there you just saw me do the dash through the bullet.
Yeah, when the next guy pops up, try to reflect the bullets.
Will do. Whoop. Oh boy, I better... I'm gonna kill this guy first so I can play with this other guy. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's good.
Yeah, and the timing feels pretty good on it.
Versus, see, like there it didn't do the thing.
Oh,
I tried to dash through it, but it got me killed.
Okay.
But it's good because we'll get to see what the load-in is. So it just loads me right into this screen.
Right.
And it's still locked down because it's mid-combat, etc. But Whoops, I forgot to
They
heal.
explode.
I forgot that I healed at the beginning. And it always drops you back in with whatever resources you had when you came in the room.
So when you fire off a shot with a gun like the sniper rifle, that translates over to your shotgun now?
Ammo-wise,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Yeah, they're not unique, separate.
Okay. So you can't run through all the ammo and all your guns?
No,
Okay.
you're not like firing them and then dropping them and switching
Right.
pieces. If only, that'd be kind of great. Hey, guess what? I overshot that. It's okay. I really like the dash through attack.
Yeah, I can tell that's how you've been playing.
Yeah, it's very
Because
I'm
in my
gonna play like garbage
playthrough,
now,
I
of
bought
course.
the reflect bullets thing.
right. And that's what
like,
you just did. All
I
the
just
time.
lean on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna switch over to the new area.
Okay.
That way it's like I at least want to kind of show off
Yeah.
exploring a space that still has new stuff to
For you.
find.
Or will you beat it?
I beat it,
Yeah.
but you know.
You can just warp all the way there, right?
Yeah, totally. You'll see, I even got a handful of these already, but I haven't beat this boss yet on this run. And it will really show off the more. This area, the east area, is really pretty good about the
Yeah.
hidden stuff. I want to show how it could maybe be a little frustrating sometimes. It being like, where the hell am I supposed to find this shit?
Well, that east area also has a thing, a thing that I found, which was gated by your upgrade progression, which is the double dash. It's got like these plates that
Oh, yes.
ignite on fire, and if
Totally.
you don't have that,
It's really hard.
and
to
it
get
really
past.
tests your.
Yeah.
Are you good at this yet?
Right.
Because
Are
if
you
you're
ready?
not-
Because if you're not, exactly. So this is a tough one for me in that, like, how do I get up here? This is one of the things where, like, what is this map telling me?
Yeah.
Should I be going west here?
Because it looks like it just go west and then north.
And then north, but north looks like a dead end.
Right.
So where do I go? And I'm pretty sure the actual answer here is north, but I'm going to just peek left to make sure. So there's a secret, right? Like, really easy to miss that.
Well, you can follow the path, but you have to
Gotta
look for
learn
some
to look for that. And then you get
Yeah.
here, like, what is this? And you do your,
Right,
Y
and that's what I was
guy.
saying before with the invisible.
like, oh, this is just straight up invisible pathways.
It's pretty good about not walking off edges. You will definitely stop, but you can absolutely dash off edges.
Oh, yeah. And into things like that.
Only if you're doing the double dash, though, right?
Right, regular dash just fine. Which is a good way of like saying like, hey, be careful with this in combat.
Yeah, because I don't think you take damage when you stun yourself.
No.
All right, so you
yeah,
got
I've
that.
already gotten this one. Ooh.
Oh boy. So how does that grenade recharge?
Over time, see, it just naturally, slowly
Okay, so that's
beats
not
back
a
up.
hit guys.
No.
Switching to that shotgun.
Yeah, I thought I was on it already,
Yeah, shotgun's pretty good.
but shotgun is pretty good. It's good about this too, of just like, this is a place without music. This place is just a creepy, weird, dark area.
You're getting the master sword.
Right. I don't know if I can get over there, actually.
Do you think that pictogram is telling you the location of those platforms?
Oh, that's maybe.
what I
That's kind of
assume.
cool. You think that there are more in those other places?
I think this game is full of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Just can't make that, huh?
Well, I bet you'd have to find the like hidden path.
Maybe. There just might not be one here, though. I'm not sure if that's exactly what that's telling me. Or if that's telling me something else about this broader map,
It could be, yeah.
you know?
There are also like ones that seem important when you find them and that have like glyphs on them and
yes.
characters, and I'm not sure if those are actually
Those-
translatable
Yes.
or
Those I don't want to say what they do, but or what they add up to, but they do add up to something.
they do. Okay,
That's not just flavory stuff.
that stuff seems very Fez-like. And
is-
like, should I sit down with a pen and paper and
Right.
start like
the fan groups already have, is what I'll say.
okay.
So this area is all crystalline. All obviously, you're seeing a lot of that here.
Oh sure. They've been listening to the Adventure Zone in Griffin's Crystal
and
Kingdom.
If you just stay here for long enough, you just get caught in it, which is really cool. I don't know if you saw that. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you on these ones anyway, but it does
Right.
get you stuck there, and you gotta like break your way out. And this game is even just like, hey, what are these crystals about? They'll answer you. Like, you'll have an answer for that by the time you're done this area.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You finished it. Probably nothing in like only the tutorial stuff is the stuff I've ever seen written
With text,
in
totally,
text.
absolutely. Oh, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Got caught. Getting caught up. See where that puts me. Yeah, back here. That's fine.
Is that, and that's somebody caught in some crystal there, right?
Where's that at?
To your left, some eyeballs.
Oh, this one? Yeah, I think so. Like these crystal trees, I think.
That looks like a body in there.
Yeah. Ooh, hey, bud. Those guys explode and turn you into crystal.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
like
I
what
didn't even
they
make
do.
it this far in.
The nice thing with the sniper rifle is, of course, if you line up multiple people at once, you can totally...
It goes through.
Yeah. Heal. Get out of there.
The heal also takes time,
Yeah.
so you gotta make sure you don't get hit with it.
I thought I was in the shotgun again. Okay. Whew.
I found
Yeah, was there a heal here?
you can usually get a pretty good supply of medkits.
You can upgrade that too. You can upgrade your health, and when you do that, you upgrade how many medkits you can carry at once.
They
which
seem
is nice.
pretty generous. I use them a lot more liberally than it would
missed.
if they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, that like I'll burn through all of them because I know they'll give them to me.
The enemy types here are really cool in that, like...
Oh yeah, I did fight these weird samurai guys.
Yeah. I'm missing my like double taps to get away. Oh. Don't play video games on the internet, kids.
Don't forget you got your
play bad.
reflect bullets if you
Oh,
find
right, I do have
stray
that.
one coming
Again,
at
I
you.
haven't used it
Right.
ever, so it's easy to
Forget.
get caught up.
And it's
Also,
not how you
swords.
played.
Swords, you can't reflect swords back,
No.
it turns out. There's no block button. I'm just gonna go back and go north here instead.
Oh, because that's the
That's
unexplored
the actual,
area.
That's the place I have not explored on this save.
So yeah, I really like this game. I find
I'm also gonna stop here for a second, which will heal me up.
I find, like I said, I'm still getting used to what seems like a very deliberate mechanic in the game.
Right. It grew on me a lot as I played. Like I don't think I will go through with a second save. There's a new game plus that is different. You start off with different abilities, and you start off with kind of different statistics, which is interesting. Oh yeah, this area. Christ.
Can you destroy those things?
No, but you can turn them off. Almost always. Almost always. You see this?
Yeah.
Now it should be turned off. No? It just opened up a pathway? Okay. So these are the things that you were talking about, where
Oh, those just vanish.
those will just vanish.
Yeah.
Oh, right out from under you.
But that wasn't the ones that are in the frog area.
Oh, are they the damaged ones in the frog area?
Yeah, the ones that
Okay.
have fire that shoot up from them. And those are tough to get across. This game is a lot of like combat arenas.
Oh, yeah.
Like lock you in.
Yeah, if you're not enjoying the combat on this, like, you're probably not going to enjoy much of the game in the long run. Like, which, you know, I can see being a shame. Like, it is a difficult game that maybe the aesthetic appeals to people who are not necessarily up for the difficult combat challenges. So I'm sympathetic to that.
But it is a lot of like wave, kind of like get locked in a room and now
Yeah.
fight waves of enemies.
I'm not sure. why
That
this
door
isn't-
is locked up there?
It is locked up there. See?
Oh yeah. It's like he didn't
Which
kill
means there's
something.
an enemy over here somewhere that I didn't kill, probably.
Yeah, I did run into a few instances where
Or I have to wrap back around this way, maybe. Yeah.
an enemy would get caught behind something and in a way that was not intended.
Right. There's one more mechanic, which is that bar above my health.
Got the reflect bullet if you want.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's really useful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd almost just rather...
Just
oh,
get
you
rid
know
of
what?
those
It
guys?
burns through that salmon bar. That's why it stopped working.
Oh right, yes.
That's why I just want to be like, hey, guess what? I'll take a shot, but I'll kill him
Right.
instead.
Right, because you can get that. I don't know if you get shots back if you reflect bullets.
Let's find out. Hey, I'm up here. He'd have to actually shoot closer to me first, but... No?
It doesn't seem like. Oh,
Okay.
Doesn't seem like that. Like when you do big combat rooms.
Yeah.
And you. So I think that's the one
That you can
like,
only get with the sniper rifle.
I think so. That's not the one I was talking about. That is
Right.
like
But
the
it's
one.
that style of one.
There are these moments where he'll, after a big battle, kind of twirl his sword and stick it in the ground. Like,
Right.
yeah,
I did
badass.
it.
And like more often than not, like I usually get through those and feel so clunky getting through those big combat arenas.
Okay.
And I'm like, no, you didn't deserve this like flourish at the end. You kind of were just spamming some hits, and like you barely walked out of this one. You didn't earn looking cool.
You kind of stumbled your way through this one.
Yeah, you're not as cool as all that.
Kind of like losing my double tap thing in terms of just like my ability to nail it.
It's tough. And I'm sure, it could be affected by anything like in our setup or system, because the timing can be pretty weird.
There's also a lot of this of like, what the hell how am I supposed to get over there? Okay, I'll just have to come back later and figure that out, or wrap around.
Have you done this area yet?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Uh-oh.
If I had just been calm there, it would have been fine, because it would have just pushed me down to like a place where there was not a thing to crush me.
Man, that's 600 dash challenge or whatever, 800, 600 or 800, whatever it is. I just don't think I'm ever going to do that.
No. I feel like that's one place where I think maybe the game could be a little bit better, is that not just that challenge, but in general, there are a number of challenges that I didn't often feel super incentivized to do.
It's just like, if you can get 100, like that's okay.
Right.
Like that's a proof of skill, but getting 600 just feels like, what do you want me to do here?
Right. And what's the reward going to be that's going to be so fantastic that it's worth it for me to sit down and put that time aside to do it? Because even if you do it right on the first try, that's going to take you an amount of time.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Like there's no way to be so good at it that it won't always just take you time.
Right.
And have an ability to just mess it up on 599 or whatever it is.
Exactly. Like these. So I think this is a room that if I hit this button, it'll turn them off. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's gonna be neat.
It is. I was like, all right, do I want to open this stuff?
Yeah,
to
those
fight?
guys are not so hard.
No, and sometimes the big ones are the ones who will drop some good stuff. Again, that shotgun became my bread and butter.
Yeah, because I think each bullet each projectile from it does damage.
That's like 3 or 4 damage, yeah.
So,
all set, it does like 3 or 4 damage, so. And just like, oh yeah, I'll walk in this room and hit everybody at once.
Right. I mean, you do only get 3 shots from it, but you can upgrade that to get more?
Yep, and because it's so close range, you tend to be close enough to immediately refill it.
To get the follow-up hit?
Exactly. And the other thing is you can refill from hitting things in the environment, not just enemy characters. So I could like kind of walk around this environment and be like, okay, I really need another shot. Let me just break as much shit as I can.
Of course you're not getting it now.
Oh, no, do you see it's turning a little bit pink?
No.
Oh, you can't see that at all?
No.
Okay.
It's building up?
It's building up slowly. So like two more of these little crystals will probably produce a shot. Yeah,
there it is. Okay.
So heads up to the devs.
Yeah, couldn't see that really.
Couldn't see that really. Good.
Oh, never fought
Crystal
this
guys.
guy. That's some pretty good damage.
Yeah. Shotgun. Listen, you start playing this right now because they're gonna make this shotgun less good, I suspect. What the hell just hit me?
I don't know. Did you fall off?
Oh, I must have fallen off. I feel like this is where I could get over to that other place, but I guess no. Okay. That's worth a shot. Maybe it's up and over still. Yeah, it is. It is. So I hit that switch, so I'm pretty sure that it opened up over here.
Oh, okay.
Lots of that too. I'm just like, I just hit a switch. What did it do actually?
That's super useful, that dash.
When you get it right, and then I turn those off, which makes this whole section just actually manageable instead of garbage.
And did you buy the charge attack or no?
No, I just have the charge through attack.
Okay.
Which is the one that's, I'll just use on these
You don't
guys.
have the stand still charge.
No, exactly. So I'll bring him up. See, I cut through him.
Yeah.
And he ran himself through a thing. But this end here, hey, look, I'm on the other side of that thing. I'm on the other side of the thing. It's like, oh, hey, how the hell do I get up there? You walk around sometimes. And as a reward, you get, a little bit of health.
There's another one over to your left if you want.
Oh, yeah, there is. I feel like there was even more here somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, I know there's health back here, but... Oh, still alive. What do you fancy? Oh, I think it's up here. So it's like, hey, when you first come in this room, there was not an enemy in here.
Oh.
They'll get you.
Oh, man.
Yep. Like that in this game. I've already done this zone. Cool. But this is where you get another hidden one of these.
Okay.
Which is truly hidden. And like this one would not have been one of the ones that they show on the map.
Gotcha.
When you go into these new zones, sometimes it's just like, hey, what's actually here? Here's four that you can go get right this second.
Right.
But if you actually look around and spend the time, you might find more. Let's just go a little bit further and then maybe call it.
Sure. Do you think you can get to the boss?
Probably. If I play all right.
It'd be cool to show a boss.
Instead of playing like garbage. We'll see. Again.
Oh yeah, you're in it.
I'm pretty in it. Oh.
Maybe heal up?
Yeah, I should heal up. Only one more heal though. Like a lot of games, it's like I want to get as much from my heals as I can.
Definitely.
Because they're limited. But again, this is a zone with, hey, look, there's a bunch of these things I could just grind out more ammo if that's what I needed here.
And they come back.
And they do come back.
There you go.
There's a little heal in my back pocket just in case. Just crash myself into a wall. Make sure there's nothing I can activate. All right, let's hop up here. I think I'm getting close to that boss. See, where am I at here? Yes.
And then you've got your like master key thing in the upper right, which like you find these like keys throughout, and some doors will have from 1 to, I don't know, like
20 or something. And again, like I've not gotten a lot of those. And there are other things that are similar of like, hey, if you find 7 of these pink things, these triangles in this area, you can go through here. There's a totally optional way to get more currency or something like that.
A lot of like gated doors.
Oh, hey, did this just wrap back around to the beginning, or is this actually a new place? This is actually a new place, I think.
Why don't you go to the map and then toggle it to the above ground?
I'm still basically dead center.
Yeah.
But I don't know which of these.
I think you're on the left now of that.
Like it had been blocked off before?
That's what I would assume.
Let's see.
Because why would you have 2 elevators next to each other? Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. The new zone. And you can see stuff like this where it's like, okay, those little blue dots mean you can climb up that, but obviously I can't climb up it yet because
something's blocking.
Something is blocking some way.
The switch there.
Where?
Back up that.
Was there?
Ramp, but maybe that just pulled that up. And then it
oh,
switched
this one? Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. So that tells me I've maybe been here already.
Oh yeah, well you definitely got that.
Oh, is that one of the things?
Oh no, that's
like
a
campfire. There may have been an NPC there that I talked to.
Sure.
That added something to the map. But again, all of that talk to is just like those short little vignettes.
Right. Oh.
Good, I'm good. Whew. Not anymore. I'm not.
So those will damage you.
Those will damage you, yeah. And bad. And there's a guy who's stuck in a crystal for sure.
Yeah. Be free.
That's a sort of freedom.
This feels like you're getting somewhere.
I'm getting towards it anyway.
Can you go in that door?
Yeah, totally. I just want to make sure there's not a
many
item. There we go.
How many do you have of the triangles?
There it does say.
It was on
top,
the map. Yeah, you
top
got,
left.
you
I
got
got 5. Yeah.
You're good to go.
Good to go. In fact, I've already been through this door. I think it would be a different color otherwise.
But you haven't beaten the boss.
I've not beaten this boss, no. Or, yes, I have, but not in this save. I think I can just head right there. Peace. This area is actually really, really hard. Like this zone. These guys are especially tough. But I think if I just pass right through, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, a lot of guys.
Oh yeah, this whole zone is just stocked.
There's a med kit to your right.
To my right, thanks.
There's another like hidden one up there. I don't know how you get
see
there.
it. I see it. Up and around, I think. Not even. Ugh. Trying to get these guys in one combo, and that is not going to do it. What if I could throw down here?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
That was a waste.
At least it doesn't hit you.
Yes.
And you could just stand here and recharge it if you
Yeah,
wanted.
if I wanted to. But how about I just drop down and shoot that guy? Trying to get these charge hits through, and he's not doing it. And I'm out of stamina, so I couldn't have done reflect shot there.
Right.
That will drop a gate. Oh, I should heal. I'm gonna heal. I don't like these dogs. Oh, I shouldn't have healed. It was a waste of attack or of a heal.
So you lost it when you pop it and you get hit. You lose. You only get
It just instantly stops doing it.
and
Yeah.
you lose the heal.
Yeah. Or sometimes you'll get part of it again.
Yeah. I think
sort
you
of
got
like a
like one
Dark
bar.
Souls. Yeah. Line it up now. Okay, I was hoping that other guy would come through.
Nice.
There we go. I think there's nothing worth anything over there.
It looked like you got the money.
Yeah, I think that's
there.
correct. Thank you. So again, this is like, okay, where the hell do I go again? Is it down left, I guess? Oh, Christ. Look at all these guys.
Right. These are new guys.
Right, these are not, I haven't,
Yeah, this is quite a few.
peace. How about peace? And again, like, there's no reason for me to go back and fight those guys. There's a chance any of them could have dropped currency if I hadn't already looted it.
And a lot of times they'll unlock doors if for the first time through.
Right, totally.
Is that something over there?
It's not. I believe me, I went over there a bunch coming here. All right,
Yeah, do it. You got this.
with no health items.
Yeah.
Right, this guy.
So there's your boss health bar at the bottom.
Yep. Right, he shoots things at me.
You got this.
I've beaten this guy with very little before, but not this little.
Oh, I wonder if you can reflect those back. I doubt
Probably.
it. Don't try. You got one health.
And
Oh,
he
no,
was
he's
some of the guy.
spawning guys.
Yeah, it's okay. Oof.
That's it. All right. Yeah.
I just
think-
want to show off, it's really quick, I just want to show
Yeah.
how quick this process
Sure.
is. Because what I ended up doing a lot was like, I'd get here with not enough resources. Like I should be here with 2 or 3 health potions probably.
Yeah, and you would just grind
Like,
against this.
let's just see if I can learn his stuff enough to where I can just beat him.
Right.
Like, oh, this isn't gonna be the run, but what can I learn from him this turn? You know, like, okay, then he always goes into this, and I can always, like, if I can dodge that. And that loop is actually really rewarding when
Yeah.
you finally get to where it's just like, you're nothing. Like, that northern boss to me was the hardest one in the
That
game,
northern
probably.
boss is pretty tough.
Especially if you don't have the shotgun.
Or I would say probably, I don't know if it would be impossible, but if you don't have the double dash,
To dodge some of that stuff, totally.
that would be very hard. Yeah, because when we were talking about this earlier in the week, last week when it came out, or earlier this week after it had come out, you were describing that northern boss to me, and
God.
you were like, yeah, I got real good at the timing on the double dash.
Yep.
And I was like, no, I haven't had to use it that much yet.
Yeah, if you didn't have it, it would just be impossible.
And you hadn't got the shotgun yet, and I had the shotgun. I was like, that shotgun's really useful.
Yeah, totally. And so I was like, oh, I'll go where you're going. So yeah, this is a Hyperlight Drifter.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. It's one of those games where when someone says like, it's not clicking with me, I totally understand why
Yeah.
that is. But I'm really happy I checked it out. I might dip back into it. I'm definitely going to do the thing where I check all the forums and read all of the different lore theories
Sure.
and what people think the Titans were and stuff like that. And it's at $20 on Steam. I don't think it's out on any other platform yet.
Yeah, I was
just-
just actually going to look it up and see if it's making its way over.
I think it's on. It might be on Mac and PC at least, but I don't know that it's. I don't know when it's. I think it's coming out on console because I can remember seeing it at an E3 stage once.
Yeah, it. Sorry, it's. I must have a speaker on the controller. I just heard myself come back. They're supposed to come out middle of this year, so on PS4 and
PS4. Both.
Xbox One. That's
Awesome.
just from Wikipedia, so I don't know if that information is outdated. We're getting
But it might
towards
be
the
true.
middle of the year.
It might be true. Who knows?
So yeah, it's pretty dang neat. Content-wise, is it? It's $20, but like
I got
again,
through it in about 8 hours. 9
price to
hours?
content is always a tricky
Yeah,
thing.
it's tricky. I got through it in like 8 or 9 hours and didn't feel like. I felt like if I really wanted to like squeeze out more, I easily could have done that. I could have gone and tried to get all of the different triangle pieces. I could have explored and gotten all of like the you didn't see them here, but the kind of pillars with
Yeah.
language written on
Yes.
I could have, if I had more free time, I would totally be in that community.
Right, exploring everything.
Exploring everything, translating things and stuff like that.
There's a sit button.
It's down on the D-pad, is that
Yeah,
right? Love
yeah.
it, love it,
That's
love
just
it.
one of those things that's like, yeah, great.
I should have sat down near that campfire. I wonder if I would have gotten anything. I wonder
That
if it
makes
would've
the
healed me.
invisible platform come up
Oh, god damn it.
and kneel for a while. All right, thanks,
Great.
Austin.
No problem, thanks, Vinny.